Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Black Waves. I'm your DM, GM, storyteller, whichever you'd like to call me, Forgotten Dreams, and I am back with some lovely people, starting with Wade.
I am Wade. I am currently Dash the Kobold Ranger atop my Warbeast Nash.
All right. Next up, we have Senna.
Hello, I am Ellen.
Hi,
I play
I am-
Senna.
Oh.
Senna Thunderhawk. Wait, what?
Sorry.
Forgot your
I
character's
thought
name,
he said
have we?
Sasha. I don't know why. My brain.
I love it.
Did he
I
say
love it.
Sasha?
I said Senna. I absolutely said Senna,
He
but
said Senna. He said
Wow,
Senna. I realized
wow.
Okay.
it after I said hi.
this is what happens when you
still
have
Ellen.
two characters that have similar-ish names. All right, fantastic. Well, thank you for being here, Ellen. Senna Thunderhall,
Yes.
noble-born of the party, and elf. All right, half-elf.
Half-elf.
Yes. So, last but not least, we have Sasha.
Hi. I'm Sasha Oak River, and I'm a failing swashbuckler.
Fantastic. You were definitely not Senna. All right. So, very, very, very short recap of what happened last time. Ellen, take it away.
We are fighting some snake people.
Yeah, they screwed up on their stealth when coming on the beach. Very well hid their boats very well. However, when it came to going from the boats to inland, so much. It was more just like, the sand, the land, walk out in the open. And it didn't go so well. And now the party is fighting for their lives on the beach. And all through last episode, they were doing pretty well. They had managed to take down the zombie beholder that was thrown at them. They had also managed to take out two of the foot soldiers. The wind wall that Senna threw up was coming in very, very clutch. It was preventing a lot of natural 20s that the DM was rolling last session. So I assume that it saved a couple lives. However, one of the Cobra commanders decided to use a fear ability, and that sent everybody running. And our dear Senna decided that it would only be fair if the fear would also affect the minions. So I had to roll her a persuasion check after the game, and she rolled really well. She rolled really well indeed. So we're going to have the fear also affect the minions. So bringing us back in to the entire situation, as it were. We come in with Desh. I believe you had just finished your turn, and you had made a check, an intelligence check, which you scored a natural 20 on, to know that it would be best for you to sit on top of Nash instead of hopping off and running away. So that will instead bring us to our little mob boys, and they are very quickly going to make the DC 14 checks to try and see if they don't get messed up by this particular fear spell that's being used here. Let me see here. I forgot to pull out my character sheets for these guys. 1 second. Gonna need a new tab there because it's on my Google Chrome and not my Firefox. Don't know why I saved it there. You and you. And I will also need you, even though you're not in this fight right now, for later. Fantastic. And last but not least, you. So, it is a wisdom or a... Yeah, wisdom saving throw. So for them, their wisdom save is going to be a +1. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 that need to be made. 2 of them make it, and 2 of them decide to run. So we're going to have them run full speed. Let's see here. 60 feet in all. Right to there is going to be him. Let's see here. He's going to run 60 feet out, and that will give an attack of opportunity as one of the half snake, half humanoid creatures, the smaller of the bunch, decides to run from the fighting. Nash and Sasha, both of you will get attacks of opportunity on that individual if you so choose. However, I will let Nash know that this particular individual, let's see here, out of the two that are going to run, he is the most damaged.
Well, Nash will take a swipe at the one that's most damaged as an opportunity.
All right.
Going to miss.
So it's
19
20.
hit.
You are not missing with a 20 to hit.
With a 19, because doesn't fear render us disadvantage or some shit?
Against
No.
your Cobra Commander, yes. Against other creatures, no.
Oh, I thought fear was just kind of a catch-all. Oh, if the thing's in your line of sight, you're going to be...
No, against
Fucking
other things.
ineffective.
No.
Oh, okay, then.
So-
So 20.
Yeah, 22, that's most certainly going to hit. The 19 would also hit. Wow. That is a lot of damage. So we watch as this creature goes to take off running and gets through the wind wall before his entire upper half is cleaved in half by Nash's long claws. And that will leave the other one to run as well, who is also one of the damaged ones. And unless Nash has another attack of opportunity, this one is going to get away cleanly.
Yeah, if we don't have 2 reactions in a turn, unfortunately.
Yeah, I believe that's a monk ability. All right, so that's going to bring us to Cinna.
Well, I must take the dash action,
Yes, you must.
and I did not decide that these creatures have to make a check for the fear spell. The rules of D&D decided that. Not me. Okay, I shall run away. Bravely run away. Wait, this dude right here is the one who cast the fear, right? Yeah, obviously. Okay.
Yes, the duder right here. The Cobra
Then-
Commander who has gone around the wind wall is the one who
Okay.
has done it.
And what's the wording on fear? Do I just run directly away? Like,
You try and get as far away as possible, as quickly as possible,
okay.
with
so I
no
guess
regard to
I
your
probably
safety.
just run straight this direction. So 5. Oh, I guess I could. Well, whatever. 30. That puts me right here in the grass.
All right, so you go ahead and you run away from your wind wall and the other party members, and you make your way into the elephant grass, which is just roughly about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet away from the party itself. And as you do, you run smack into another Cobra Commander there in the elephant grass with a longbow.
Oh,
And you kind of have a hello there moment as the two of you meet. All right, and
Is she deep enough in the grass that obscures her vision from the other commander?
well, that is what we are figuring out right now. Go ahead and make me a perception check, and you're gonna want to roll lower than that. So yes, as you glance over your shoulder, you can see in between the various different reeds of grass, the Cobra Commander still out there, his tongue flickering in the wind, as your party members run.
I hate that guy. He's scary.
You feel if you had gotten maybe another 5 feet into the elephant grass, you would have been safe.
Damn it.
All right, so that's going to bring us to this dead guy. That's group
Wait, am
number
I
2.
still allowed to take a bonus action? Or am I
It
just
doesn't
running?
say that you don't get the chance to take a bonus action should you have one available. It just says that you must take the dash action, and get as far away from the person who feared you. So
Okay. Then I assume since I can still see Cobra Commander, scary guy, I can still see Nash.
sure.
So I'm going to throw a healing word on Nash since I know he's grievously hurted.
He's hurting it in.
Yes, he
Oh.
is. I
Well,
will take
18.
18 is more health than he currently has, so I'll take it.
Yeah. And as you cast that healing word, this one's going to go ahead and run straight away into the elephant grass as well. And that's going to break his need to run away, as he's far enough into the elephant grass. Okay.
So this is a fear that is just when we're out of range of it, and we don't have to make
Out
a
of sight.
save after.
Elephant
Okay.
grass is high enough that it would block your line of sight if you're a medium creature. If you're a large creature or a huge creature, you can still see him in elephant grass.
So Nash is going to be very ineffective for a little while.
Okay. And that is then going to bring us to Nash.
Well, my boy doesn't want to be around that, as he is, I guess, making the dash action
Oh, yeah.
to go another 35 feet off the map. He's got 40 feet of movement.
Fantastic.
I don't know if we're far enough away that he could stick his head in the sand and maybe avoid him.
At another 30 feet out, past where you are currently, that would put you right next to the edge of some of the bog water, and he would have like essentially dropped 5 feet height wise as he was trekking through the muddy water, or at least the very edge of it. So I would say he is thus broken it.
Okay, now here's the
It'll break for you as well.
finagling. Okay, I was gonna say because I'm riding him and that makes me higher up. So
Yeah.
all right, if we're both out of the fear, yay! Next turn I can start shooting because
Yes.
I cut distance.
Yes, you can start shooting as long as you can find a target. All right, so that's going to bring us to Cobra Commander 1, who feared you. Let's see here. What is he going to do? He is... he's going to go into his satchel, he's going to take out his horn, and he's going to blow the horn, and then he's going to start moving. So I need his movement speed. And do 40 feet. Okay, so he's going to go his full 80. Alright, so right about there. Alright, then that'll end his turn. Sasha. You're up.
Okay,
You're in sight. You have to dash
I'm
as
in
an
sight.
action.
I have to dash.
As an action.
All right, so I am going to move here.
Okay. And is
Um,
that your full movement, or would
actually-
you technically go off the map
actually-
from there?
right there, right there.
Okay.
I can't see him anymore. I'm behind.
yeah.
I'm in the grass.
You are beyond
But I can
5
see
feet
this
in the
one.
elephant grass. You are thus hidden away from him, and you break the effect for next turn. All right.
Okay,
so
bonus action. I am going to stab this guy.
you can't. You can only bonus action attack if you took your action to attack.
Okay. All right.
So your bonus
okay,
action
bonus
options
action, can I
are
get a healing
to...
potion?
Yes, you can. You can heal yourself. Those are the things you can do. You can cast a bonus action spell. You can take a healing potion for yourself. You can do your cunning actions provided to you by the rogue abilities, except for the rogue hide action currently, as you are you don't have the ability to hide in plain sight.
Okay, now what are regular healing potions again? What do I roll?
2d4 plus 4, I want to say. I'm going to double check that.
2d4 plus 4.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm not going to double check that for now. We're just going to keep rolling.
Okay. All right, and I get 11 points back.
All right, fantastic. So, next up, we are going to have Cobra Commander 2. he doesn't like that you're in such close range, so he's going to drop his longbow, and he is going to pull out. Let's see what weapons he has on him. He is going to pull out his large scimitar, and he's going to take a swing at the first person who approached, and that was Santa. So if your name is Cinna, this is coming for you. 12 is going to miss.
Yeah.
However, luckily for him, he does have multi-attack, so he's going to take that opportunity to swing again. Nope. As he swishes twice and cuts down, almost like he's mowing the lawn, a couple of feet of elephant grass. And that's going to bring us to Desh. Desh, you are well off the map. You are in a bit of the muddy, boggy water, and you've sunken down about 5 feet into it. You can see that there's movement in the elephant grass behind you, lots of it. But you've lost sight of the battlefield as a whole.
Now, I'm doing the math here, because I'm 35 off screen currently.
Mm-hmm.
If I dismount, like, run off Nash and use my speed to get back, I would be 5 feet off the screen.
Correct.
So it would put me around 80, which is just within range. Since I have Hunter's Mark on this commander, can I sense where he is through the grass and get an accurate shot?
You can sense where he is, however, you will be taking a shot at disadvantage because you don't have physical sight on him.
Ah, damn it. Well, just because I'm angry at him for pulling that bitch move, Dash is going to dismount and gonna say run back onto the area. And I don't suppose I can make any kind of like check to like the grass sways enough I can get a physical shot or like a perception check.
Sure, make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh,
11. For a brief moment, you see a patch of bluey scale, but you can see that it's moving, and it doesn't change any of the circumstances. You would have had to roll a 12 or higher.
Oh, motherfucker. Alright, well, disadvantage, kaboom, 27.
With the disadvantage, you rolled the same goddamn thing, so that is 15 damage to this particular individual. Dear God.
With Hunter's Mark.
Let's see here. With an additional 6 from the Hunter's Mark. All right, fantastic. Good thing you remember to roll your Hunter's Mark, unlike Laura Bailey. All right, he is still up. However, there is now a chunk missing out of his snaky tail. All right, so that is going to bring us to Group 1, and Group 1 still has a guy behind the wind wall back at your previous positions, and he is simply just going to go ahead and... He should what?
Run.
Yes, he is going to run. He is going to run straight in your direction, Senna. And he's going to get up right behind you. And that's going to be the end of his turn, because he had a dash doing that. And that'll end Group 1's turn. That brings us to Senna.
Okay, I'm still in dash mode because I can still see that guy. So I'm running way, way, way off screen and also apparently taking several attacks of opportunity in the meantime.
Yes, indeed you are. All right, so...
I would think I'm running straight away from him, so I would think I would run like southwest and past all three of those guys.
I would say that you have the option of either going southwest or straight south.
Then I'll go straight south. If I
Okay,
can
so that means you would
miss one of
only
those, I
take
will.
2 attacks of opportunity as you run straight south.
Okay.
And you essentially have gone off the map for now. So we'll go ahead and mark you as off map. We'll put an orange marker on you. We'll put an orange marker on Nash, and we'll put an orange marker on Desh. And I believe that is... Oh, you are also...
Actually,
off map.
you know what? I'm going to go southwest because if I go further into the grass, it'll break my line of sight with him.
This is true. So you go ahead and go southwest. That'll incur more attacks of opportunity. However, it will break that line of sight for you. So you are no longer feared. And with that, I will say, I will roll me a 1d100 and call high or low.
High.
Okay. With that, the moment you break line of sight, even though you're dashing, I will allow you to stop. So we'll say that you get only 5 feet off the map, southwest.
Okay.
Which will still only incur 2 attacks of opportunity because you're essentially standing south of the most southward enemy.
Okay.
All right, so these 2 attacks of opportunity, one from the big guy. 12 is going to miss, and one from the little guy.
It's a cat that keeps threatening to jump on my head, and it's freaking me out. I'm sorry. I keep, looking up. Okay, yes, 12 misses.
Yeah, I'm looking for the other one's attack modifier. He's a +5. So the other one, 14 is going to also miss. Great, fantastic. Yep. They can't hit for shit. Yeah, all right. That's going to bring us to... Would you like to do anything as a bonus action?
Yeah.
And you also have the rest of your movement to move.
I still have a bonus action, so I am going to throw another healing word on Nash.
Okay. Make me a perception check, because Nash is not standing there. He's actually outside of the... Yeah, he's outside of the elephant grass, and he is standing in a bit of water further off map. So, natural 20, you spot those orangey scales from a mile away.
Okay, 14. Healing. 14 healing. I don't have any level 4 spell slots left.
Hey, it's double digits, and that's nice. Nash is 47 out of 92.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna move at this point. I just got unfeared, so I'm a little afraid of moving back. So I'm good where I am right now.
Fantastic. All right, that's gonna bring us to Group 2. Group 2 is our commander as well, or sorry, no, just our, ground trooper. And he is already within range of you. He doesn't have to move, so he's just gonna make his... Does he have multi-attack? Let's go and double check. He does. All right, so he's going to take 2 attacks with his scimitar. 1, 2, 17.
Who?
For Senna.
No.
Okay.
No.
Good enough.
No.
Your AC is what, 20?
20.
Yeah. All right, so after that, he is just going to go ahead and stay where he is, and it's going to come to Nash's turn.
All right, so my boy, no longer frightened, is going to turn on his heels, rush back, and... Now
he's an extra 35 off the map.
35 off the map, so he can run back onto the map, and I think he can get about I think he can get there.
Okay.
If he just his base movement speed.
All right. He would have to dash to get anywhere else.
Yeah, I know. Is it feasible? Because this is one of the ones that was injured, right?
Let me check here. Yeah, he is one of the ones that is injured.
Is it possible that Nash could be in the grass just behind him and take a swipe at him?
I would be willing to say that Nash would be able to get to about here on the actual map, and that would put him, 10 feet away from the guy, and then he could use his tongue. By the way, his tongue has extended its range. What is his current tongue range?
It's got to reach 10 feet.
Okay, it should be 15 now. I forgot when his size changed, his tongue also changed.
He got extra 5 feet of tongue. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, well, give a tongue lashing to that guy then.
Yeah. And he should be able to drag with his tongue now.
Okay, I'll make note of that as well. Was it on a hit, it grapples and can drag?
On a hit, he can choose to do damage, or he can choose to grapple.
All right, so on hit can choose to grapple instead of damage.
Yeah. So
Or
tell
now
me
he's going
which
to
one.
damage.
Okay, right now he's damaging. The poison won't matter here, so it's only doing 15 piercing damage. 15. There we go. All right, you've dealt a pretty decent blow to him. He is looking pretty bloodied. All right, and that's gonna is that gonna be the end of Nash's turn?
That'll be the end of Nash's turn. We're back up together, ready to fight.
Yeah, you just gotta hop back on top of him. All right. Cobra Commander. He's going to continue his exfiltration with his movement.
Coward!
He's going to get right to the edge of the map. He's not out of there yet. Sasha, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to hit this guy. With my sword. Hopefully. Yeah.
Let's see here.
And then I'm gonna do my sneak attack. Find it.
25 is certainly going to hit. He is definitely evil, so the damage will double. So that's going to be 8 points of slashing damage, and then that's going to compound with the 14 sneak attack. All right, and this is the first damage he's taking all battle. 8. And
Does the
then
14 also double because I'm hitting him with the sword?
It does.
Good.
All right, so that's a total of 36 points of damage that you have managed to deal to him. All right, he does not like that at all. And speaking of which, would you like to bonus action, or would you like to move?
With my bonus action, I am going to try.
Now, you can stab him again, but you can't stab him with the Blade of Lawful Judgment.
What I had, not with the blade with lawful judgment. I'm trying to remember what I had in my tail. Oh,
You had a
Lord,
dagger.
I didn't write down which weapon I've got in
No,
Okay,
actually, you had a
so
crossbow.
then
That's
I'm
right.
gonna
No,
stab
my
him.
bad. You had there. crossbow.
there. No, I think it was hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Hand crossbow. I'm sorry. I'm going to hit him with the. I'm going to shoot at him with the hand crossbow with the tail.
Okay, so it doesn't matter, even though it was
I
a
missed.
disadvantage due to your range from him and the fact that you're using it with your tail. Yeah, but that's totally a miss as the bolt goes over his shoulder. You aimed up too high with the tail. All right, so with that, would you like to move?
Yeah.
Okay, if you move, you are going to take an
I
attack of
am-
opportunity.
Okay. I'm going to have to risk it for the biscuit. I
Okay.
am going to. Okay. How far can I move? Isn't it 30?
He misses.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Your movement, I believe, your base is
It is
25. I want to say.
Wait.
Yeah, your base speed is
My
25.
character sheet. Okay, so I need to measure this out real quick. There.
Yeah, I'll keep that for you.
Okay. So, yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and.
All right, you run 25 feet out, breaking the edge of the elephant grass, coming back onto the sandy beaches around you, and you can see everybody who's out there. However, you do lose sight of Cobra Commander, who struck behind you and missed, the Munchkin that was with him, and Cinna, as well as Nash, and your buddy Desh.
Okay. Yeah, I got. Can I see this guy?
Which guy?
This one.
Cobra Commander 1? Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see him. He's standing right where he is. He isn't off
Okay.
the map yet.
All right. I'm wondering how.
He's
far
currently got his back turned and he is moving away.
Oh, boy, he's far. Okay. All right. Wish I had a bigger gun. Okay.
All right, so that's going to bring us to Cobra Commander 2. who is going to go ahead and action disengage. And he is going to go ahead and cunning action get there for 60 feet. So he's cunning action
Yeah, do I
dashing
get
in
an
order to get there.
attack of-
No, because he took his action to
Oh, okay.
disengage.
So I
He is
don't get
disengaging
attack.
from everyone, negating everyone's attack of opportunity. As he slithers by you at rapid speed, breaking through the elephant grass like a storming force, and quickly making his way to where he currently stands, just a few feet away from you. He's currently 25 feet away from you. Let's see here. That is going to end his turn, and that's going to bring us to Desh. You can see your big buddy has made his way in front of you, and he is ready to be mounted once more.
So mount up on him.
All right, that'll take 5 feet of your movement.
Easy enough. And now that I'm up in the air, I get like a clean shot over the grass, I imagine, with Nash's height.
I would say you can make me a perception check with advantage.
Okay. Well, he is just within range, so come on. Eyes be good. Natural 20.
Natural 20, yeah, you can see him. He's just about to get out of range, but you can see him.
Well, line up shot and kabam.
Wow, that will hit for another 18 points of
18.
piercing damage. Roll your,
Plus
there we go,
7
plus
on the mark.
7. There we go. All right,
If
so
you got a natural 20, doesn't that double?
That was perception.
No, that
natural
was
20.
perception.
My
Yeah.
rifle, I rolled
Okay.
11.
all right, so that, let me double check here. I got to check some numbers, do some math. Okay, he is severely bloodied. However, he is still up, and at this point, roll me 1d100 under, or call under and over.
He's gonna be overwhelmed. Yeah.
All right, with a 59, you blow off his arm. And his left arm goes falling, a spurt of blood behind it, or trail of blood behind him, as it now just sits there in the sand. He looks over at it, a hiss of pain and a screech before continuing on.
All right. Well, that'll be it for me as I'm planning out Nash's intercept trajectory.
Fantastic. That'll be group 1. Group 1 is going to go ahead and, seeing as the situation is the way it is, I can go ahead and remove you from off map, as that movement on top of Nash would have brought you on map. And he's going to go ahead and he's going to make a perception check first off to see if he can find out where that gunshot came from. I'm going to give him advantage because it's a big boomer. So let's see, what's your perception? It is simply a +1 /R 1d20 +1. Let's roll twice. 1, 2. No, he rolled a 3 both times. He is unable to tell exactly where that gunshot came from, so he just runs blindly into here. And we'll say he gets about there before he starts looking around again, and that's going to be the end of his turn. Cinna.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm not super worried about this guy next to me, and I don't like not being able to see what's going on outside the grass. So I'm going to run to here.
Okay,
can
you
take his
run
attack of
back
opportunity
onto the map
if you
and
want.
out of the tall grass or out of the elephant grass. Attack of opportunity. No. You hear a ting behind you as you feel a slight bit of force from a scimitar bouncing off your armor.
Okay, and I think seeing that this guy is fleeing and on death's door, I'm going to attempt to shoot a guiding bolt.
What
At
is
him.
the range of guiding bolt?
120 feet.
I do believe you are well within 120. Let's just check though. You are at 110, so you're good.
You're on the cusp of it.
Oh, ooh, Fudge.
Oh,
You reach your hand out, grasp onto your holy symbol, and watch as energy begins to coalesce, and it shoots out a beam of light which goes right where his arm would have been had it not just been blown off.
Darn it. Okay.
Shucks.
I will say some inspiring words to Sasha about how we have turned this around. We shall prevail. Bardic inspiration. And that's my turn.
inspiration.
All right, go ahead and give you Bardic Inspiration. There we go, fantastic. That's going to bring us to Grupo number 2. He is definitely going to try and chase you out here, and he's going to actually run a little past you. Give me an attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's not gonna go super well.
You can choose not to.
No, I mean, I certainly will try. What, do I even have a weapon? I do. Wait.
Do I
don't
have
have
a
my-
weapon? Is it drawn? Has it been on your belt this entire time?
No, I don't have the Warhammer anymore, but I picked up a short sword. So I will. It wasn't so bad, but it
14,
probably
that's
doesn't hit.
bad. Actually, his AC is 12, so that does in fact hit.
Whoa, I'm so shocked by that.
Bare
Hit
chested
him for
sneaky
4.
boys.
I give him a paper cut.
Yeah, you give him a paper cut, and he was already wounded, so it does, mount on to the wounds that he has. He's not dead by any means, but he quickly realizes his mistake, and Unga Booga, he turns around and he makes his way towards you. Straight down there, and he's going to take 2 swipes at you.
I'm
Try to
afraid
pay you
of
back.
Snaky. Guys,
1,
you
2,
can't hurt me.
24.
Yeah, I guess you can't hurt
The
me.
pain you deliver to
No.
him is turned back around on you, but luckily he has the smaller scimitars, not the large ones. So this is only, I'm not sure, 1d, what is this, 1d8 or 1d6? This is a 1d6. And then plus his modifier of 3. This is only going to be 5 points of slashing damage. So you do 4 piercing, he does 5 slashing. Almost an even trade.
All right.
All right. And that's going to be the end of his turn. That's going to bring us to Nash.
All right. Well, that guy's still a running. So
Oh, my bad.
with that-
I forgot the other one. Real quick. He's going to run back onto the map. And he's going to do a perception check for Nash. And you? I'm not going to give him advantage in this instance. So it's only a +1. But 20, boop. With a natural 20. Yeah, he's going to run right on up to you guys. And he's going to take his 2 strikes. And that'll be the end of their turn. So let's see here. 1, 2. Nope. He does nothing. All right, Nash.
All right. Well, at this point, Dash is going to give him a little kip, and ignoring that loser, is going to dash all the way up to the fleeing boy.
Attack of opportunity. Boop. Nope. All right, you dash on up to the fleeing boy, missing an arm, nonetheless. Okay.
The
And I believe that is the end of Nash's turn because he had a dash.
Yep, but he's in the range for an opportunity attack if he tries to keep running.
Yep, and the big boy ain't stupid, even though he's missing an arm. He turns around with his one blade, and he tries to strike out at Nash. Natural 1, no. There's a chink from the scale being hit by the scimitar, but no actual damage itself, and you can see that a crack forms along the large scimitar. Okay. So that didn't work out too well. Cunning action, disengage, and he's only going to get 30 feet. So he's going to go, let's see, 30 feet would have brought him to there. So he's just going to go 30 feet there. And he sticks his tongue out.
Just keep that tongue out. It's a nice little red spot to aim my gun at.
All right. That brings us to Sasha.
Okay. All right. Sasha's gonna run 20 feet this way, and I am going to attack with my / blade.
Let's see, a 12 and an 8.
I didn't mean to.
Let's see.
12
Well,
didn't
I
hit.
know that you
Yeah.
only meant to roll the 12. Let's see here.
I only meant to hit it once. Sorry.
Unfortunately, though, even
have
if
a
you had
bardic
had
inspiration?
advantage,
Oh,
oh,
Oh, I have bardic inspiration. That's right.
this is true.
I'll
It's a
take my
D8.
Inspiration. My inspiration is what?
It's a D8.
It's a D8. Roll me over a 3.
Roll 1 D8.
Oh. And another one bites the dust with a 1. Unfortunately, the swing just too weak to pierce the scales of this particular creature as it whips around towards you, a face of disgust and anger. All right. Is that all you would like to do?
I'm gonna scream at him.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. Well, as you scream die in a sneaky tongue you yourself do not understand, he yells something back, and he is going to attempt to constrict you.
Oh.
So
I
let's see if he
believe
hits.
that sounds vaguely like my accent is terrible, but I think that's a no you.
Unfortunately, he gets a 9. Let me see. Yeah, he can only use his bite or constrict attack only once, so he does not get multi-attack as he tries to wrap you up with his tail. However, the chunk missing from his tail earlier, he tries to go to wrap you up, and your armor slides into the cut portion of his tail, causing a bit of pain to run through his body and for him to retract temporarily. All right, that's going to bring us to Desh.
Well, let's take a nice little lineup with Mr. Stick His Tongue Out at me, and come on, do not get comedic timing. 19.
19 is going to hit for 24 damage. Why don't you
Even 30.
explain to me his grisly demise, as there is no need for damage calculation.
As he's furring away and giving a last little hiss and stick out his tongue, Desh just lines up with that big toothy maw, and with a crack of the rifle, either it's blown off or just blown to giblets, but just basically a good, satisfying headshot, just pop.
All right, as the mouth opens and the tongue flicks out, there is a shot, and soon there is a dark hole that forms in the mouth that quickly opens to the world behind, as you can see the waves of the ocean calmly passing through the hole, and he collapses over dead.
Damn right.
All right. Is that all you would like to do?
Bonus action. Wait, I think I should look at the range of this thing, because I think that actually applies to this. Hunter's Mark. Range of 90 feet. Oh, yeah, I should be able to transition. Yeah, Hunter's Mark goes to other Cobra Commander.
All right, Cobra Commander 2. Let's see here. Gets his Hunter's Mark. All right.
And
Fantastic.
That's it.
All right. That brings us to Group 1. Running all out of the tall grass. He's going to make a perception check really quick first before he does run out to see if he notices anyone. So he's 1d20 plus the 1. With a 19, Senna, make me a perception check. And he's going to go ahead and he's going to roll for stealth. Let's see, does he get anything additional on his stealth rolls? He gets a +4 on his stealth, so... you notice the grass, the elephant grass to your left, moving as a creature comes and sneaks up behind you. However, you knew he was there. So he doesn't gain sneak attack on you, but he does gain advantage from flanking, as he's going to take his two scimitar attacks. So this is the first one. 20 is going to hit. This is the second one. 14 is not going to hit. All right. Actually, it worked out so that the advantage screwed him over in the end, because he would have hit you twice if he didn't have advantage. All right, so with the one hit that he does get, though, let's see here. That is D6 plus 3. Sure. 6 plus 3. He strikes out at you from behind for 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. And that is going to be the end of his Group 1's turn. That brings us to you, Cinna. Surrounded on all sides. Well, 2.
All right. I do not like that. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on red dot guy.
Okay, you cast Dissonant Whispers on the guy in front of you. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear, racking it with terrible pain. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as possible. As far as its speed allows. So that's a 1d20, a plus 1. With a 6, he definitely fails. He will take his reaction and he will run far, far away. Never to be seen again. Let's see here.
With 11 points psychic damage.
Yes, with 11 points psychic damage.
Does he move his
And
full
I
dash?
get an
'Cause it-
attack of opportunity because it's using his reaction to run. Not that I'll hit it, but
Doop. That's as far as he can get. And yes, he is using his dash because he hasn't gone yet.
Oh, I thought the way it was worded, it wasn't like the other fear where it was you use your dash action.
It's true, but I'm taking it quite literally where it says to move as far as its speed allows.
All right.
All right. I will be nice and give you advantage on that, so we'll say the 21 hits.
okay. Aha!
For another 4 piercing damage.
Another paper cut. You'll die soon.
Yes, as the Chinese proverb
Eventually.
goes, he will
It'll wear
die
him
from a
down.
1,000 paper
You're
cuts.
bloody.
All right, so that's going to bring us to, that actually brings us right back to him, I do believe. Yes, him indeed. So his friendo is going to come out the elephant grass and be like, "What's going on?" And he's going to be like, "Oonga boonga," in snake language. And he's going to go ahead and he's just going to dash down onto you. He's not actually going to get a chance to
Oh my God,
smack
leave
you.
me alone.
And the one that you caused to run away is going to say Oonga boonga in snake language, and he's going to move on down over here. Actually, he's going to get right there to give advantage to his bosso. All right. And let's see here. Would that have caused him to dash? It would not, so he will take his 2 strikes with advantage. 1, 2, 1, 2. 17.
He hits me with a 17
All right.
because I have a 16.
Oops, not a question mark. Slash. R1d6, 8 plus 3. For 4 points of slashing damage. Boy, that number's going around quite a bit. It is the
I like
battle
that
of paper
for it.
cuts.
It's good. Good for me.
All right, that's going to bring us over to Nash.
All right. Well, Nash, upon seeing prey has been dealt with, is gonna, full sprint up to Cobra Commander, because unfortunately, I can't get there within tongue lashing range, but he can get there to give advantage to Sasha
Yes.
on his turn. So that'll be it. Nash moving into range, ready to savage the rest of them.
All right. That is going to bring us to Cobra Commander that he's dead, so I can go ahead and take him off the initiative. And Sasha.
Hey. I am going to go ahead and cut this guy. Slash.
Which one? Cobra Commander
With
or...
advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
With an 11, unfortunately, you don't hit. As that does jack shit, as they like to say. Perhaps if you channeled the inner powers of Unga Bunga, you too would hit.
Screw Unga Bunga. Okay, so with my crossbow, I'm going to strike this guy.
Okay, it's a disadvantage
Um,
due to the range.
okay, so actually, if I strike him, will it still be advantage?
It'll become a
crossbow?
standard shot
So it would.
because they'll
even
cancel
out?
each other out. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, I'll hit him with crossbow because of the advantage. So
12 unfortunately
12?
misses. His armor class is 15, so that's a no. All right.
Also,
I just have
making
to
range
win.
attacks within 5 feet also encourages advantage. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying earlier with the range.
yeah, but I
Alright.
have. Yeah. All right. So, but I have disadvantage because I'm holding it with my tail.
Yeah, Cobra Commander 2. Cobra Commander 2 don't like this so much, but he's willing to deal with. And he's one of the wiser of the Cobra Commanders, so he's going to strike Nash. Or sorry, not Nash, but Desh, the rider.
he's got that reach.
He does have that reach.
All right, he's got
all
disadvantage
right.
because of my cloak.
That is true. All right, so first attack. 19. Second attack. First attack still 17.
Disadvantage.
17. Let me double check. 17 will
that
still
hit?
hit me.
Okay, so that's one hit. All right, second attack. Well, thank God it wasn't the 25, as we come down to a 9 for the second one, and that's going to miss.
No, as soon as I'm hit, the effect breaks, so the 25 is going to go through.
Oh, even worse. All right, 25 goes through. So, let's see here. As he is using the large variant of the scimitar, it, instead of doing 1d6, let's see here, go to your character sheet. It does 2d6 per hit. Plus his bonus, of course. So that's going to be, for the first one, 2d6, plus the 4, 14 points of slashing damage. And for the second one, 9 points of slashing damage.
All right, I'm down to 14 HP.
All right.
And just because it could get worse. Nope, Hunter's Mark is still in play.
Okay, fantastic. Are you immune to poison?
Don't think I am.
Well, luckily, his scimitars don't have poison on them, so you're good. All right.
It's the
So-
arrows that were fucking wrecking my shit earlier.
Yeah. All right. That is going to... Let's see here. Nah. He's going to move. So he's going to 5, 10. Sasha, you may attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity. Please hit him.
With a natural 20, that's
Right.
definitely going to hit.
Oh. Thank you, Jesus.
Boom, shakalaka.
All right.
So,
Then add in your sneak attack.
all right. There we go.
So, all right. Ooh, that really hurts, as he is very much bloodied at this point. Uh-oh. I need to reload my roll 20 because it's stuck.
So 16 plus 16, that's 32.
Yep. There we go. That fixed it. All right. And then he's going to keep moving. 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, and that's just where he's going to move to, because he don't like that advantage stuff. At least not for his enemies hitting him. And that's going to bring us to Dash.
Well, tough shit. I still got advantage because of pack tactics, motherfucker.
He doesn't know that.
He does not know that. So line up that pack tactics with Nash distracting him. 28, thank God.
Thank
Yes.
Jesus.
That's
All right.
22 plus 3, 25 damage.
25 damage. 25. All right. He is severely hurt. 1d100, under or over. Or, yeah, under or over.
Let's go under this time.
Okay.
Hey!
Ooh, there you go. All right, so he loses a large portion of his tail in your attack, and his speed is reduced to 25 feet.
Alright, well, since I just shot and he didn't move all the way out of range, reaction, Nash, fuck him up. 17 to hit.
17 is going to hit for an additional 14 points of damage. And I just need to check some numbers right here real quick. Let's see. He is still up, but he is very hurt.
Alright, well, it's an effective turn for Desh as he has just fucked this guy up. Hopefully Nash can finish him off on his turn. That'll be it.
Okay. Then we're going to come over to Group 1. Group 1's going to slash at Cinna, because that's the only thing Group 1 can do. They're useless that way. So this is with advantage because of the flanking. So first attack, 18 is going to miss. Second attack, 12 is going to miss. So he's a miss, and that's going to end his turn, and that's going to bring us to Cinna.
How's everybody's health looking?
Desh is at 14.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Dash is in trouble.
Throwing a healing word on Desh. Yeah, you're close enough. Okay. Can do a level 3 for 15.
Hey, 15 is enough to get me to 29, so I can probably endure another round of scimitars if it comes to it.
And then I am going to I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on Cobra Commander.
Okay. So DC 15 wisdom saving throw for him. Cobra Commander, what is your wisdom? It is a +2. And you know, get additional for wisdom saves from any of your stuff. So yeah, only the +2 /R 1d20. Yeah, +2. Here we go. That is a 7. How would you like to do this?
Ooh.
Killed
That's
by mocking.
3. Well, my viciously mocking words were enough to push him over the edge, and he grabs the sides of his head, screaming, and just collapses and falls in on himself because my words were so terrible and cutting.
All right, just as Nash raises the claws to deliver the final blow, Nash is immediately upset as he watches this creature grab the sides of his head and collapse dead.
Sorry, Nash.
Alright, boy, you can just rip into him and get some snacks later.
All right, and is that the end of Cinna's turn, or would she like to move
Yeah.
or anything like that? All right,
No.
that brings us to Group 2. And Group 2 says, fuck this shit, I'm out. So action disengage, and he's just going to go into the elephant grass and get off the map.
Bye.
I will go ahead and... boop. All right. That brings us to Nash.
Well, Nash is robbed of his big prey, but he's got little prey he can still go to. So, if he goes to there, measure it out. Yeah, he could hit both of them. So he'll stay there to give Sasha some advantage on the guy between them. And then with his newly extended tongue, lash out to damage the one blue remaining.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21.
14.
All right. As he's only been lightly scratched, he is still good. He does not have to worry about poison though. So.
Yeah, well, he's just got a tongue lashing. So that'll be it for my boy.
All right. That's gonna bring us to Sasha.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try to kill this one with advantage and just try to slice him in half. Here we go.
23 for 20. Roll your sneak attack.
Okay, sneak attack.
Wow. Okay.
17.
Okay. Describe to me his grisly demise.
I literally slice him in half.
All right, keeping it bland. You'll slice him in half. A lot of people sliced in half this campaign. That it?
Okay. No, I am going to move. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, that's about 25. And from there to.
You only have the 25 of movement.
That would be no. No, yeah, I only have 25, right?
Yep.
Geez, no, I only have 25. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go here.
All right. Cobra Commander 2 is dead, so we will remove him from initiative, and that brings us to Dash.
All right. So, considering he's dead, he's alive. Is it at all possible that I can perceive the one that ran away in the grass?
Make me a perception check at disadvantage, because he's gotten far into that grass. He might even be in the lake at that point.
20?
With a 20, yeah, you'll see him. He's out there.
About how far?
He is exactly where you and Nash were at the lake, so 35 out.
All right. 35 out. I'm going to use my bonus action, move my hunter's mark to him, so I can run him down. Because if we let these guys get away, they can report back. And having faith that this last guy is going to be fine, I'm going to attempt to rifle him.
All right.
Quick cow, 17.
17 is going to hit for 25 damage, and you watch his head go boom.
Poo. All right. Finish off this last guy, and there will be no escapees.
Okay. Well, as much as you say that, the other guy is definitely going to, he's definitely going to run. He's not going to worry about disengaging. He's just going to dash into the elephant grass, and he's going to get the 60 feet away. And Senna, you may make your attack of opportunity.
Okay. I really need to take Warcaster
Yes, you do.
level. Ooh,
That's gonna hit
Yeah.
for another.
4.
Yay! Keeping it with the same thing. 4, as you deliver a paper cut as he begins to run away. And he's actually gonna get into the tall grass, and I'll mark that out. He's gonna go in there fully, and he is a full 60 off the map at this point. That's gonna bring us to Senna.
I mean,
Can Senna still see him?
Senna would have to make a perception check at disadvantage.
I guess I'll make a perception check and see.
17. Yeah, you can still see the grass moving where he is.
Okay, I guess I'll throw something out there.
All right. What would you like to throw 60 feet from you?
Make sure. Okay. Toll the Dead reaches that far. I will Toll the Dead at him.
Okay. So
Hey. Don't worry about accuracy, worry about their saves.
natural
Never mind.
20. He hears the bells and he don't give a fuck. All right.
I
Is
don't
that
like
gonna
him.
Is that going to be the end of your turn?
I'm gonna come over here, and since that was a cantrip, I can still cast another bonus action spell, and I'm gonna throw another heal on Dash, because I know he is hurting still. 17.
You kind of hop up a little bit and smack Dash on the foot and
Alright,
deal
I'm
17
feeling much
points of
better
healing.
now.
All right.
And that's it.
All right, Group 1 is completely gone, so I can remove them from the initiative order. Nash.
With the whistle from Dash, Dash feeling much better. Nash is gonna just dive after and see if he can't run down the Cobra that got away.
Make me a perception with Nash. Disadvantage.
Nash. Oh, I would have thought you had perception, but I guess not. Oh, fuck. 8.
Ooh, nope. He's
All
out
right,
there
I guess-
somewhere. As Nash is just kind of trailing the coast of the elephant grass. Does he go full speed out?
So if he tries with disadvantage, it still goes. It still goes even, right? Because he's got pack tactics. Right?
No.
Tactics is an attack thing,
Yeah.
not a save thing. Nash will go his full way out. That way, Desh can have the widest field of shot, because hopefully Desh can be more keen-eye than Nash. He's got
Okay.
that little elevated position.
What's his max movement?
He can go 40. I can have him dash for 80, but I think I'm just gonna have him go out 40 for now.
Okay, so he's 20 feet off the map.
All right.
All right. Sasha,
Okay.
a lot of bodies, a wind wall, and you can see that Nash and Desh are making their way through the edge of the elephant grass.
All right. I am going to. I'm going to move my 25 feet. Let's see. There. Okay, so.
You run over to the edge of the elephant grass.
All right. I'm going to see if I can spot him.
Disadvantage
So
perception.
I'm going to try perception.
Nope.
Daggett. No.
Desh.
All right. Well,
so I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
Even though I don't spot him, can I try to shoot him anyway? I'm gonna shoot in that direction. with-
Yeah, you can shoot in that direction with disadvantage.
preparing to get shot in the face.
Well, I won't shoot. What's
11.
his name? Because
Nash and Desh, you both watch as a bolt goes over your shoulders.
I don't have time to angrily shout to watch where she's shooting, as I'm gonna try and track down this guy.
Disadvantage. Da, da, da,
Come
da.
on. Motherfucker.
Yeah,
This
no.
guy's gonna fucking slink away.
That's gonna bring us to him. He's gonna run another 60 out. Actually, you know what? He's gonna stealth and run 30 out. So, let's see here. What's your passive perception, Desh and Nash?
Desh is 16. Nash is, where was it? 13. Oh, fucking course.
With a natural 20,
Gonna
he
get
gets
away.
away.
We're gonna deal with fucking snake people the whole fucking time we're here.
The natural 20. Wow. And that brings us to the end of combat.
we tried, guys. We tried to get him. We really tried. We really tried.
I'll prepare for at least 7 more encounters before we find the heart.
Well, thankfully we've got invisible tents, so that will help.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that is where we're going to take our break, and we will be right back with more Black Waves. See you soon. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Black Waves. As we pick back up, you guys are on the beach, surrounded by bodies. What would you like to do?
Search the bodies.
All right. Search the bodies. Make me an investigation check for those of you who would like to search bodies.
I'm not very good at that, but that's full.
So what do we
Right.
find?
18, 16, and 17. All right, so between the three of you, let's see here. All right, so you guys would definitely find on both the Cobra Commanders, they would each have a large longbow and 2 large scimitars. Let's see, no armor though on them. That is their. Looks like they were defeating some of your strikes with their natural armor. With the half-human, half-snake creatures, you would find regular scimitars and regular longbows. But nothing too fancy, no gold or anything like that. So in total,
Many
1 second here.
how many scimitars?
I'm going to get that for you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 regular scimitars and longbows, and 4 large scimitars and 2 large longbows. Excuse me.
Did they happen to have like a heart on them that looks like it belongs in the Feywild?
No, unfortunately, it's not that easy.
That's too bad.
However, you would find on everyone a grand total of, let's see here, 140 poison-tipped arrows.
Alright, well,
Okay. I'm gonna take one of the longbows myself personally.
One of the regular longbows or one of the large longbows?
Is the large longbow too large for me?
Yeah, it's quite a bit unwieldy and would give you disadvantage even if you were
Oops,
proficient
sorry.
in longbows to fire with.
All right, so regular longbow.
Okay.
What do I use? What do I use for that strength? What?
You use
Strength,
Dex
Dex.
for that, and it would be a
Use Dex.
D8 in damage.
Okay, 1d8.
Mm-hmm. And the poison-tipped arrows are a DC 14 Constitution save for 3d6 poison.
14 Constitution save for poison arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And
3d6
how many
is the poison damage
arrows
that they
were
do.
there?
I believe I said 140.
All right. Okay, saving throws, Constitution. Under DC, it's okay. All right, and it's 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
3d6 poison.
Okay. longbow that I'm using. It's one of my weapons now. Okay, for the longbow, how far can it go? What's the range?
For the longbow, you are looking at 150 to 600.
150 to 600 is the range. Okay. All right. Okay, and I guess I'll put the rest of that stuff in our bag of holding. And let's get the heck out of here, guys.
All right. Well,
Is there any way we can cover our tracks?
You could always try.
so
Definitely will.
All right. What method would you like to use to attempt to cover your tracks?
you said there was a lone kind of palm-looking tree here.
There is a long dead palm tree that sort of has collapsed out of the elephant grass and is halfway on the beach with its rotted trunk.
Okay, so it's rotted, so like there's no leaves on it then.
There are some dead leaves on some of the branches.
Okay, I'm gonna cut off one of the branches and use it to obscure our tracks.
In that case, make me a survival check.
My idea.
Well, because Nash is so big and probably the most likely to leave.
Idea is either the three of us or just you two and I ride atop Nash, but get some kind of like grass fawn thing, tie it to Nash's tail, and have it so everywhere Nash is walking, the grass, at least as long as we're in the sand, the grassy leaves will hopefully broom away our tracks.
Well, I was going to say I can cast Fly on Nash.
Oh God.
If he can carry all three of us. I mean, even if we flew for 5 minutes and landed and walked from there, they'd lose our trail.
That would be better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's guaranteed, I suppose.
Okay.
Let's try it. Let's do it.
The question would become, did you bring Timo along?
Off the boat?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
We brought the horse. Well, I brought my horse.
No, we left behind
Oh.
2 tents because we were going to leave the mounts outside of Nash in the tents. And then No, we used both tents to... Oh, yeah, so I guess we do have mounts, I guess? I don't remember how we had to sit down and map this out before.
We
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, they're in the
We did.
tents, though. I mean, we can leave them.
No,
In the tents and go investigate.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to do that after we stop. So, okay.
Unless you want to
I'm
leave
on my
your
horse.
creatures in one of the invisible tents on the beach.
Exactly. So I'm on my
Um.
horse, and that means you're on Timo, and he's on Nat.
I mean, we could just go walk in the water.
But we had to go
Here.
inland is the thing.
We have to go in.
But-
Why don't we
Yeah, we
backtrack,
could walk in the
into
water
the
for
grass,
20
and
minutes.
then walk inland through the grass?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through the grass.
Okay.
Okay.
So, taking your animals with you. Yes.
Yes.
You go ahead and you get off the beach and you begin to walk in the elephant grass, trying your best to follow purely the directions of the heart that Nash is giving you, while also keeping within the elephant grass. Now, as you are beginning to head along this track, you quickly realize that the elephant grass only goes so far inland before you start hitting, wetlands. That becomes sort of flat, and then every once in a while, like every 20 or 30 feet, you'll have like patches of elephant grass.
I guess just move from
All right,
patch
we'll
to
do the best
patch.
we can.
Okay. So, go ahead and make me some stealth checks as you are moving
Actually,
from
hang on,
patch
hang on.
to- Yes,
Hang on.
yes,
Before we go through this, I remember taking this for a reason. Pass without trace. Plus 10 dollars stealth roll.
Aha! So,
Yay!
as all of you sort of get into the tall grass and begin to talk out your plan as to how to get there, you watch as Desh. Why don't you describe how you cast Pass Without a Trace?
All right. Well, let me just look at its need. I have from a little pack of survival goodies. I have some burnt up leaves from the past that I take into my hand. I run them through both. I don't think I can help that roll, but I'm going to try my best. And leading back towards everyone else, I just kind of... There's just a cloud of ash from them that hopefully comes down and then settles and almost seems to cake to our feet.
Okay. Fantastic.
So
Desh, go
that
ahead.
gives...
All right, so Desh,
Desh,
you are sitting at a
30.
30. Cinna, you are sitting at a 35. Sasha,
is
you are sitting at
36.
18 natural 1. And Nash is sitting at a 36. And Cinna, it should be noted, is a natural 20, 35. All right, so with the group's totals kept in mind, you're able to make up for the natural 1 that Sasha has rolled.
I would hope 3 people in 30 could cover for 1 person in
Somebody
natural 1
breathed into
range.
their mic, and that was very loud.
I don't think that would be.
So, you go ahead and begin slinking through the elephant grass, having to cut across here and there into the wetlands temporarily, and then get into another patch of elephant grass and sort of follow it along until you break out into another open area and continue doing the same until eventually you hit what looks to be a very large pond that goes for about 80 feet north to south and is about 30 feet across. And you can choose to ford it, or you can make me a perception check, everybody, as you were looking at this pond, following, of course, the directions of the heart, so no need to make survival checks. Desh, you see nothing. Cinna, you see what's there, and Sasha, you see nothing. So Cinna, as everyone, as you all poke essentially your heads out of some elephant grass and come upon this pond, everyone begins to scan around, and Desh and Sasha, you're pretty sure it's safe, but Cinna, as you're looking around, you notice that just 5 feet away from the group, there's a still motionless giant crocodile head.
I will whisper and point.
Yeah, let's go around.
Okay.
The DM does suggest that you stage whisper because both of your mics cut out halfway through your sentences, but I knew what you were saying.
Yeah, let's go around.
Yeah, try our best to avoid any animals.
Okay, fantastic. You guys go ahead and decide to go around this pond. It adds a bit of time to, getting towards the foot of the mountains, as it were, but you still have a long trek either way. You go ahead and make your way around this pond, and you begin to see that the wetlands loses a bit of the large bodies of waters and just becomes mushy, dark soil underneath that squishes very heavily as your animals make their way through. In particular, Nash is like every time he takes a step into the extremely damp grass, you watch as his foot will sink a few inches, and there will be a puddle of water that sort of begins to form around his prints before you move on. And you notice that's happening despite the 20, 30, 40 feet, and eventually mile that you've gotten into the inland itself. However, the landscape is slowly changing from that, from the wetlands to a more heavily forested scenery, as you're seeing the tree density kick up a lot. Until finally you get to maybe a good 1.5 miles inland, and the ground begins to dry out. However, you are left with very thick forestry, where there's barely enough room for your animals to maneuver through, and there are just vines all throughout the trees, hanging out, many of them confusing you for brief moments as possibly even snakes, the way some of them are even shaped. However, despite the obscene amount of mosquitoes and flies and other flying creatures like dragonflies, no large game. And as you are going through, you begin to... Who's leading the charge? I assume Desh. But is someone else leading the pack?
Well, I think I'm the one because, well, I'm the one who gets the hitting.
Fantastic. So Desh and Nash, as the two of you are making your way through, sort of leading the group, and Nash is in particular having to squeeze through these two very large trees in order to continue along the path that you're going, you begin to get this extremely sweet smell. Sweet, sort of tangy, kind of like a over-ripened orange that begins to float through the air.
Okay, would I at all recognize this smell?
Nature check.
Nature with intelligence. 11.
All right, 11. Could be a number of things. It could be anything from carnivorous plants to a rotting body.
Do,
Fine.
can I try?
Yeah,
We all
yeah. I'll
smell
say
it,
after a few steps, the rest of you would begin to smell this. Uh, 15, Sasha. Yeah, it's not a carnivorous plant. It's definitely, yeah, it's rotting flesh. A heavy smell of decayed flesh that's probably 3 weeks old.
Hey guys, that's a body. That's decaying flesh. Probably
Yeah.
about 3 weeks.
It's best to be careful. If it is old body, either we are in hunting ground or it is area of carrion feeders.
Okay. Well, let's be extra vigilant and make sure we look out to see if anything is in here with us.
All right. Again, your DM emphasizes stage whispering, as actual whispering is a little low for the mics. Okay. So, as you guys continue onward, you begin to see up in the trees, sort of hanging loosely and spread out, roughly for about every 40 feet, and a grand total of 300 feet from where you are back, further inland, are just dangling webbed bodies. Many of them in various states of
no.
decay.
Spiders.
I'm going to peek up in the trees and see if I can see any nests.
Make me a perception check. With a 22, as you sort of begin to breach over this precipice, you can see that there are large groups of webbing that are just intertwined completely with the canopy above you, in every direction but the direction that you came at this point. And from where you are, also you notice that the further you get into this, the darker it's getting. Despite there being still, the early afternoon sun behind you that's giving still quite a bit of light, once you start crossing this precipice, it starts to turn much darker.
Okay, I'll point that out to everybody. Is there a way we can get around all of this? Is there another way we can go?
You can always travel
the
north and
mountains.
south to try and see if there's an edge.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause,
trying to
I don't think we
remember,
really wanna go-
south was in the direction of the Serpent City, right?
North is in the direction of the Serpent City from where you are.
Okay. I'd say maybe a detour south would be our best bet. That way we avoid any obvious serpent encounters, and we might be able to move around this spider area.
Maybe southwest. You want to try southwest? Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we need to go around this. We don't need to be in the middle of this. I point out where the spiders are.
All right. So,
So we head that way.
all right, you guys begin heading south or southwest, whichever you choose. and it goes on for a while. You get another 2 miles south before finally you can start to see it clearing up, and only smaller spider webs, interweaved with a couple of trees here, until finally it becomes normal.
Right, yeah, we need to skirt all the way around.
Alright,
Until we can get to
follow the more normal pathway.
Okay. So you follow that more normal pathway. Go ahead and make me a survival check with advantage due to the heart. 14.
It doesn't matter.
All right, not bad, not bad. As you guys are moving along through the through this deeper portion of the forest, let's see here. You do begin to feel the ground beneath you rumble slightly, as though there were some footsteps off in the distance. And as you look in the direction that you hear them coming from, you can see far off in the distance there's the shake of a couple of the trees. And I need to play a certain sound that you guys would hear. Those
Really
of you,
worried.
those of you who watch the Here We Are Year Zero campaign, you will recognize the sound immediately. And put it on medium volume.
Oh shit.
And you hear that far off in the distance south.
Oh, great. Oh, great.
Would I at all recognize that sound in character?
Make me a nature check at disadvantage. This is not a common sound one would hear, even if they had spent years within nature. Ooh, 6,
Oh,
unfortunately no.
16.
16,
Double click for some reason.
It double clicked. Great. The 16. With a 16, the only reason you're really getting this is because you went to the Tenu City initially. And in particular, Desh, you weren't really paying a huge amount of attention when the ladies went to the museum, because they went to fracking. But you did find yourself sort of had your interest piqued when you made your way towards sort of the decayed, long-gone species of the world section of the museum. And there were some audio clips that played when you got to a section called Dinosaur. And
Rhinos.
that was one of the larger ones. You can't remember exactly which one, but carnivorous in nature. Large
Oh.
predator.
Clever girl. All right. Well, and that was the section that's supposedly they're all extinct.
Yeah, that was the portion of the Tenu Museum that said that those creatures were extinct and had not been seen for some time. And the last sighting of any of the creatures was about a million years ago.
I'm thinking perhaps either Tenu don't get out much, or something is at play in these woods.
Okay.
Well, it was far away, right?
Yeah, but
Now,
it's in the direction
With
we're
the 16, I'll tell you, it was maybe a mile south.
Oh, shit. Perhaps
going.
we
Alright,
should
so,
continue.
can we west at this point without? And now that we're out of the spiders,
You're more than welcome to do whatever you like.
Yeah, if we can get around them at this point, let's get around them, get back on track to the mountains.
You guys could decide to sit down on a couple of logs and rest for 3 years. It's up to you.
yeah, we're gonna head west.
So you go ahead and you continue further inland, or you go ahead and set up camp? Which is it?
Heading inlands.
We're gonna head west first and go further inland, and then set up camp once we find a good camping spot.
So you continue inland, and you get another, I'd say about 3 or 4 miles inland. I'll say 4, to be nice. You're still in extremely heavy jungle at this point. And no signs of spiders or large carnivorous beasts that are supposed to be extinct at this point. However, the small serpentine population has increased a bit. You've seen a boa constrictor here or there. You've seen one rattler, and also quite a few ants, small ants, just crawling up trees left and right. Rather
Small
big
as
for
in-
ants too.
I was gonna say small as in D&D
Ants are
small.
really good.
Small as in D&D tiny, however
Okay.
big for tiny.
Okay, we got
Yeah,
that
killer ant.
little thread in the needle there.
Yeah, killer ants. Okay, let's try.
All right, as we're going,
Nash
Looking
actually goes
around.
over to one of the trees with some of the ants on it and just sticks his tongue out and runs it up the side of the tree and rips some of the bark off, as well as a long line of these ants.
oh, glad he's having a treat. As we're going though, would through my survival skills as a hunter, would I recognize anything like fruit or plant life that if like broken up or like mushed could in theory work as an insect repellent?
That smells like a survival check if I've ever heard one.
What's
I
my
can
hope?
give you guidance. I don't have any bardic inspiration left.
Okay, so survival 10, 13.
13. There's plenty of papaya that you can see around here and there. And there are a couple of various different roots and plants here and there that wouldn't act as insect repellent, but if enough of these are gathered and perhaps enough time is spent with an herbalism kit, one might be able to make a rudimentary health potion.
Yeah, well, sadly, I don't have herbalism kits. Well, hopefully we're not going to get eaten alive by bugs when we finally stop the rest. But, yeah. That and just keeping my ears out for anything that might be skulking after us, waiting for nightfall.
Okay, perception check then.
17.
17. Nothing large is scoping you out. However, you do notice that there's quite a bit of the, natural small wildlife that does pay attention to you for a few moments before going about their business. A couple of squirrels here and there. A group of monkeys briefly stops and stares at you guys. A snake might stop and stare and just watch, flick its tongue a few times before
I trust that snake. It's totally a
continuing
spy.
along. Yes, every snake is a spy. They're all on the same side. That's how they keep the forest clean of invaders. Absolutely. And yeah, you had a 17. So after you get maybe another, assuming that you continue on until nightfall, after you get maybe another 3 miles inland, it starts to get quite dark. And with that 17, I'd be willing to say that far to the south, a good 850 to 900 meters away or feet away, you can see a reptilian-like creature. Not like the snake people you saw earlier on the beach, but much more familiar. Poke its head out of a bush briefly, and then slip back into the bushes.
Think we are being watched, waiting for weakness.
I think that thing is. I think that the guy that we hit earlier must be tracking us. Did we see? Did I see him?
Perception check.
Okay. Oops.
23. You saw a small creature, humanoid, that poked its head out of a bush, much smaller than the creatures that attacked you on the beach. And with a 23, yeah, I'll give it to you. You saw a kobold.
Oh, okay. Might be, I'm not going to assume friendly sort, but someone I could maybe barter with if things come to pass.
Yeah, from the brief glimpse that Senna got, it was definitely a kobold, and the details you got were dark blue skin with white streaks going through it here and there, and it had what looked like some sort of war paint covering, its sort of softer color underbelly. Rudimentary spears or javelins, you weren't sure which, and a very well camouflaged piece of netting that it had over its crown and going down to the lower portions of its shoulder.
Yeah, we need to lose him. We need to lose him quickly in camp.
Well, I mean, it's getting dark. Unless we're going to progress further in pitch night, I think we got to camp and hope the invisible tents will work.
How long does Pass Without a Trace last?
I gotta double check, because I think I might need to recast it pretty well. It lasts for an hour.
Okay, it's been well past an hour if you want to recast it again and then maybe set up camp.
Yeah, might as well recast it. Hopefully we can get a subtle spot to camp.
All right, everybody go ahead and make me new stealth checks, add plus into it. So that is a 22 for Desh.
35 for Nash.
35 for
18
Nash.
for Senna.
Yeah, 18 for Senna. Is that? Let's see here.
And 29 for Sasha this time.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Excuse me.
Let's set up those tents once he finds us a spot.
Okay. You do find a bit of a... You don't find really a lot of space here in this portion of the forest, but you do find... from some of the larger trees, there's a group of 4 of them that have a decent amount of space between them, and despite, a couple of large green vines hanging off of them that kind of fill up some of that space in between them, it's large enough to fit one of your tents at least. Every other area has like small trees going through it, and it would take you some time to maybe chop those small trees down, get them out of the way before you'd be able to set down both tents.
Okay, so do we want to chop down a few trees and set up the second tent? Or do we want to go in further and find a better spot so we can get both tents?
I don't think we're
This is the
probably...
tent. We have to put our animals in.
It's gonna be either we're gonna go out in the dark and hope we can find something in the dark that'll set this up, or we set this up now and keep a watch.
Okay, we're chopping trees.
All right.
We'll chop away to...
Those you chopping trees,
set up-
make me athletics checks. If you have an axe in your inventory, do it with an advantage.
I have a tiny axe in my inventory. Does
Do
that
you have
count?
a hand axe or a hatchet?
It just says tiny
I'm not
axe.
good at chopping trees.
I think I took it on like our very first trip to cut firewood.
Okay. Then it will service.
Okay. What are my athletics? Okay.
Because it's gonna be a you guys thing. I don't think I'm gonna help much.
Yeah, no. Desh, you can see what Nash is doing. You can see he's doing an okay job, sort of just grabbing one to certain smaller trees and ripping them straight out of the ground. And you go over. Do you have an axe?
Best I have is a little short sword, and I don't think that's gonna work.
That's not going to do the job. So you go over to a couple of short trees, and you pick that out as your area to work, and you sort of crack your knuckles, crack your neck. You're ready for this, and quickly as you're trying to use your short sword and sort of use the leverage of your weight to get some of these trees down, you are quickly whacked in the face a couple times with some trees that bounce back on you. And this process does not go over well, as in the time that everyone else has managed to clear enough space, you've only managed to get down a tree out of the 5 in your area.
Well,
And
it's whatever.
Nash kind of comes over and just goes, "I'll help you, buddy," and rips out the rest of your trees.
nah,
we
thanks,
set up
buddy.
our tents and we get our animals in to make sure that they are safe. and we make sure that we close up the tent with the animals so they don't wander or anything. And we have to stay inside for our watches.
I mean, you can choose to say too. Desh's idea was climb a tree and keep a arboreal watch.
So who's taking first watch?
Well, before we settle in, I am very nervous about being accosted by things. It won't help for snakes and ants, but I have a ball of string and some small bells that I'm going to string around low down to the ground around the tents
Okay.
as like an alarm system.
A poor man's alarm spell.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you go ahead and you set up this rudimentary alarm spell. Make me a your choice. You can either make me a intelligence, or you can make me a survival check.
I'm gonna go with survival.
Okay. 18.
I'm going with intelligent.
All right.
Rival's my game.
Intelligent, if I can find it.
Okay. All right. So Sasha, you set up, a small area that's nicely covered with your string and the bells that Senna gives you, while behind you, without you noticing, Desh and Senna go full Predator 1, preparing for the Predator to enter the camp as they set up booby traps all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine I just make repurpose some branches to make a little tree blind I can sit in to make myself look more natural.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so is there a pretty clean tree near me that I can walk up stealthily and just peek around to make sure that from above our area looks pretty stealthed out and you can't see anything. I know the tents are invisible, but I just want to make sure it looks good from looking down and looking around in our area to make sure everything's kosher.
I mean, there are large trees. If you want to just try and climb up one.
Yeah,
All right, you walk up a tree
I don't
and you
have
look
to climb,
down
I
and
can walk up there.
I use the term loosely, thank you very much. And you look down and, I mean, you notice it. So make me a investigation check.
Okay.
It's one of the problems with making something is you know where everything is, so it's kind of like blatant to you. However, taking your time, sitting down, going up and down various trees, not just one. It's decently hidden. I mean, you assume it would take someone with some knowledge about camps and deforestation to figure it out.
Okay, do I see anything else, like anybody around the area?
That would require a perception check.
Do I
Nah.
get it? No. I'm there. I don't see shit. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and go inside and start preparing dinner.
Okay, fire or no fire?
No fire.
Okay, so you basically just pull out some
Pull out
ration
some
packs
rations.
and open them up and
Yeah.
take your water skin and add it to the ration pack and use that to soften up the mush that essentially comes in the pack, and hand everybody their ration packs with a little side tray of crackers, and that's your meals.
Yeah. Well, I also I'm gonna hand out the marbles.
Okay, you can do that too. Sure.
The marbles.
All right. In that case, everybody roll me. Actually, no, we have to do this in order. So, Wade, 1d100.
49.
49. You get spicy Italian meatball.
I can appreciate that.
All right. So next up, Sasha. 4. You get beef stroganoff.
Good.
Hey,
Next up, Cinna. 13. Shrimp scampi.
I like it.
Okay. Alright, so have myself a little wine and pull out my bedroll. I guess I'm second or third watch. Guys, wake me up when it's time for my watch. I'm going to sleep. Getting some rest.
all right. Well, I can take either first or second.
So it all comes down to Cinna. Which one would you like?
Oh, sorry. I don't care. I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I don't care.
Cinna goes ahead and says, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it." And she takes first watch. So what's your plan? Are you going to stay inside the tent? You're going to go up to the pre-set up bushwookie spot that Desh has set up in the trees, which would require some climbing.
Yeah, I'll go up in Dash's spot.
Okay, so give me an athletics check. I'll give you advantage because Desh has pre-made it out, so it'll
Yeah,
be a little bit
I
easier.
probably have like a little rope dangling down or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
Okay, 10 is all you needed. So, it's not the most graceful climb,
I made it.
but you do make it, and you attribute the difficult climb to wearing so much armor. But you go ahead and sit yourself down, get yourself comfortable as one can be, and go ahead and give me that perception check.
Oh my god.
Okay. Roll me a 1D or 100. Okay, 78. All right. As your watch is going along, and the night quickly begins to take over, and it gets darker and darker, and there's no campfire to assist you out here. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Do you have the one that only goes to 60, or do you have the one that goes to 120?
60.
Okay, so just on the very cusp of your vision, you watch as in the northern direction from your camp, you can see this large 8-legged creature slowly moving through the underbrush,
No.
but it's continuing north, away from your
Okay.
camp.
Good.
And from what you can tell, it was pitch black and had 8 red eyes.
I don't like it.
All right, but your watch eventually comes to an
that's
end.
an understatement.
Okay, I will very gracefully climb down and wake up the next person. Tell them I saw a speed ray.
As you climb
north.
down, just to set in more fear, as you climb down, you get to the bottom of the little ladder that he set up, and you notice that there's a small cobweb that's already formed there, and there's a small itty bitty baby spider that just crawls across your hand.
No! I smash it.
Clink! It dies.
Don't touch me, spider.
Now you've alerted the mother to our presence.
It's a spy. All right.
All right, but you go ahead and get up. So you getting up Desh for his watch?
If Dash was supposed to go next, then
Yeah,
yes.
that's
Yep.
second.
All right. Desh, you were arisen and told about the creepy crawly.
All right. So shouldering my my rifle, I am gonna get up into my little tree blind.
Okay. You get up into your tree blind, make me an athletics. Advantage. Natural 20. You get up there, no problem. And as you
Set it
perch
up.
on down, I will go ahead and give you perception with advantage, because you had an easy time getting up there.
All right, so keen eye, just following the sight of the rifle as I pan back and forth. 13.
13. Ooh. All right. Give me another 1d100. 11. So as you're looking around, you eventually spot some movement. limited your dark vision 60?
Yep.
So once again, cusp of that 60, you just see some odd-shaped humanoid mounds moving from east to west. About 4 of them. All small. Roughly kobold size.
So my peeps are out here doing work.
Yeah. All right. But that brings an end to your watch. No major event.
All right.
Okay, it's my watch.
Yep. I go get her up, inform her, hey, you want to park in the tree? That's a good about. Otherwise, you could stay in the tent.
Yeah. I'm gonna go park in the tree.
All right. You don't have to make a check. You just walk up the tree and go ahead and park in it and make me a perception check.
All right. Perception.
Well, D100.
Okay.
$68. Okay.
I have superior dark vision.
Okay, so you have 120.
Yes.
All right.
Sir.
So, on the edge of your vision, you notice some movement. And it's far too big to be a kobold. As you watch this lumbering, large creature, very oddly shaped, humanoid only on the roughest scales. It has arms, it has legs, maybe about 8 foot tall, but God, its entire body must be made out of, oh great, it's an earth elemental. And it's
No.
making its way from east to west.
Just
Oh.
keep walking the other way.
Anything else out there?
A cat. Just gracefully makes its way through the trees and perches over next to you for a
How
brief
big is the
second.
cat?
It's a normal sized cat.
Okay, so it's a regular cat, not a jungle cat.
Yeah, it's got piercing golden eyes that gleam, and it kind of perches right above you and scans over the camp and doesn't see anything and runs down a branch and jumps, and you hear the sound of a squeaking field mouse go.
And there you go.
Kind of like that.
That was Beast. Guest star tonight.
As it gets lighter, does it look like it's all clear?
It takes a little longer than you were expecting for it to get lighter, but eventually it does in fact get lighter, and it gets to, like, I'd say the lights on dim, like low dim, in, you know, a forested area. No movement.
Natural sounds still? Nothing odd?
Still natural sounds. No creepy crawlies, no roars in the night.
Okay. Well, when it's time to wake everybody else up, I will go get everybody and
Okay.
wake everybody up and make sure that our horses are watered and fed and get ready to put up camp.
All right.
Let everybody know what I saw
So,
and make sure that they know that there's earth elementals out there.
any discussion that happens in camp during the morning?
Well, likely make note of, we got earth elementals, we got tribal kobolds, and we got spiders, all vaguely northish of where we made camp. So we're probably gonna maybe come across some of that if we come back around.
They're vaguely west of where you made camp.
Oh, so we're gonna walk directly towards them.
You're going in that direction, yeah.
Well, gotta do what we gotta do.
The spider is the only thing that
How
went
far
north.
to the mountain?
From where you guys are, another day's travel.
Jesus.
And that's like at the beginning of the mountains is a day's travel. You won't hit the deep mountains until maybe another 3 days.
Okay. Well, let's go at it hard.
All right. You guys continue out and a good 8 miles through more rough terrain and forest. You eventually begin to see a large clearing of grasslands take over. And as you do, everybody make me perception checks. I'm giving you guys advantage because it's open ground. So 23 from Senna, 13 from Desh, 7 from Nash, and natural 20 from Sasha. So Sasha and Senna. And I'll give this to Desh as well. It's not very hard to spot. Maybe a good 80 feet out from the clearing, you can see this large, some might even say gargantuan dinosaur corpse
Cut above
lying
Nash.
in
Corpse.
the corpse lying in the open field. Most of its body stripped completely of flesh, with only a few, with only its rib cage and things like that left, and a good 50 to 60 kobolds climbing over the body, slowly stripping chunks of it off, and a few rock elementals moving around with large carts over towards the body and taking the still like steaming hot meat off the corpse and piling it into the carts high and then carting it
so
off
it's a fresh
further
kill.
west. Yeah. And you can see not too far from that dead corpse is about 3 other smaller, more than likely herbivore dinosaurs that are also dead.
So it's like these kobolds have managed to gotten themselves a fresh kill and are taking it home. No reason to interrupt them.
And that is
Yeah,
where we are
several
going to end this session. Thank you all so much for coming out. We greatly appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you guys next time on the Black Waves. I've been your DM, GM, Storyteller, Forgotten Dreams. We will see you. Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.